Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's mid-November in the UK and we're getting some snow. Today I'm going to be fitting hydraulic steering to this boat. But first thing, I need to tidy my workshop up and get it inside because I'm starting to lose the feeling in my hands. Right, let's get to it. So guys, I've got the workshop tidied up and Brendan's here with me now. We're going to take the engine off. I'll get the GoPro and just show you guys the issue. But when you're fitting hydraulic steering or cable steering on any of these boats, you need to check the engine well, because if it's too tight, you won't be able to get the steering cable in or out without actually lifting the engine off the boat. It's a bit of a pain. Obviously, this one lives in the water. As you can see, it's all anti-fouled. So we've had to lift the boat out, put it on the trailer. So if you're going to fit hydraulic steering, it is something to take into consideration. Do you have to have the boat lifted out? Because
it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, because some of them you can fit, obviously, if the engine well's big enough, you can just fit the steering system in the water. You don't even have to have the boat lifted out. On this one, unfortunately, the engine well is tight and you can't even get the cable out without pulling the motor off the back of the boat. So let's get the engine unbolted and lifted off, and then we'll go from there.
Reconvene.
So this is the engine well on this boat. I'm just trying to show you some pictures so you can see how tight the steering cable actually is. You can see it comes through that rubber grommet, and there's no way you can get that cable out without lifting the engine off this boat, so that's why it's coming off. So the reason we are changing this is the steering cable itself seized in the engine part. That's the most common place for them to seize. So if yours does seize up, that's where to check. We'll just clean out the through tube. Brendan then can jump inside and start disconnecting the helm and the cable, and we'll get the old cable out. So when you come to cleaning this the old through tube out, I find what works really well, if you've got an old, no good steering cable anyway, just chop the end of the old steering cable off, a load of WD, and then you can just keep working that through until you get that nice and clean. Obviously it fits perfectly because it's the old steering cable, so spot on. So this is the steering system we're going to fit. It's a Multisteer Hydraulic system. I'll just open it up and show you what you get in the box. These are nice because they're a kit, so you just get everything you need. You just order it, you get your hoses, oil, everything. So there's your steering hose, obviously it's 2, and they are marked up, a little red tag on that one, a little green tag on that one. It does make it a lot easier when you're coming to put everything together. You get the hydraulic oil, a little leaflet, fitting instructions and warranty, etc. And then you get the helm and the ram. I'll just get a knife and we'll open those up. So this is the helm. You get a little filler tube. That's for filling the helm, so keep hold of that afterwards. Don't chuck it away in case you ever have to top it back up. A fitting kit, which is for the hydraulic hoses. And the helm itself, the hydraulic helm itself. So this is the helm. As you can see, it's nicely made. They seem really good quality, these. I've been really happy. I fit quite a few of these multi-steer kits now. They're nowhere near the price of Seastar and the more expensive brands, but they do a good job. For the price, they are pretty good, so I'm happy to fit these on customers' boats. This is the ram kit. So this is the steering ram. The horns are cast aluminium, the rod through the centre is stainless, all the fittings are stainless, the hydraulic hose connections all stainless. So all in all, pretty good quality. So this is the centre bar, it's stainless steel. Some manufacturers make this split in half, with either a threaded centre section so you can tighten the two halves together, or a pin. If you're working in a tight engine well, that might be something worth looking for. As we're taking this engine off the boat, it makes no difference, so this is fine for us. So guys, that's the hole that's left from the old steering system, and Brendan's just screwing a piece of ply to the back, and then we can use a hole saw, and it doesn't matter where you drill, your hole will stay centred then in that piece of plywood. It's just a little tip if you're trying to drill a hole with using a hole saw and you haven't got actually any centre. If you screw a piece behind, then you've actually got a new centre. Right, time to fit this cylinder. Now we've got the steering ram bolted in place, we just need to put the bolt through that everything swivels on. So just make sure you cover that in grease, because that is a point that everything twists and moves on. So we grease that, pop it in there. We're going to put the bolt up from underneath, and then we'll get everything tightened up. So guys, these are the hoses. The ends towards the engine have the rubber protectors on to keep the salt water and crap off them. And obviously you've got red and green, part port and starboard. So Brendan's just drilling that hole and making that fit. How many mil is the hole, Brendan?
90 mil, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's some 6 mil holes for the little bolts that drop on. And then with a bit of luck, she'll drop straight in. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Right, we'll get the hoses on and then get the engine back on. So we've got the helm fitted and all the pipes connected, and we're just starting to bleed the system now. So when you get this kit, it does come with bleed attachment, but I've broken pretty much every one we've used. The plastic's very brittle on those, so we're just using it's a syringe but with a pipe adapter, so we can then put and it's got a rubber grommet in there. We can just keep an eye on what we're filling it up with, and then we'll bleed it at the back. But if I pass you this, that's full, and then I'll take this one back here, and if I put that pipe into it, should be able to take it. Yeah, it should. I'll just crack this off, and then if you turn the steering turn the steering over for me, other way, that's it. Keep your eye on the level in there. Yeah, make sure that stays nearly full, and then we'll make sure we pull in nice clean oil in all the time and no air bubbles. So that's the helm fitted. It's nice and slim, it's quite a nice slim design. The fill plug is on the top, the two hoses connected behind, and I'll just show you the engine. That's the rear end all fitted. I've moved the pipes so they run in a nice big loop, so they don't foul when you steer or tilt. I'll just turn it, as you can see, pull that one way, full lock the other. I need to give the boat a bit of a clean because we've got sawdust and fiberglass dust everywhere from filing that hole bigger and drilling that hole out. I'll give that a bit of a clean in the morning, and we'll go on a quick water test and show you what it's like on the water, but I'm sure this is going to be a lot nicer to drive with hydraulic steering on it. Back to the customer then. So here we are on water test. The steering is lovely, it's nice and light. What a lovely afternoon, just a few days different from it being snowy.